Right, start the podcast.
Hello, I'm the ghost of Neil deGrasse Tyson, and you are listening to the Sci-Fi Ideas podcast. Wait, Neil deGrasse Tyson is still alive?
Hello, you're listening to the Sci-Fi Ideas podcast with me, Mark Ball, and my brother David Ball.
Hello.
Later on we're going to do a quiz, a bit of a Christmas sci-fi quiz. Not Christmas themed, just that it's Christmas.
I've got a question. What if people listening to it and it's not Christmas? What if they listen in the middle of summer?
Well, then it's fine, it doesn't matter.
Alright, that's fine.
It's a sci-fi quiz.
That's from your sci-fi quiz book. You've got to mention the quiz book.
I know.
You've published this amazing quiz book, and then you don't even tell people about it.
I was about to. Okay, the quiz questions are going to be taken from my quiz book that I wrote.
The really geeky sci-fi ideas.
The really geeky sci-fi quiz book, yeah. Basically, we thought we'd better give it a plug for Christmas. It's a little bit late now for Christmas shopping, but what the hell?
Well, it is good. It's a good quiz book. I know we're going to talk about this later, but what I like about this book is that it's flipping hard. Because you know we did that the CNIT, the Star Trek CNIT,
yeah,
which is kind of good, and it has the kind of interactive things, and you can do it on your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever.
But we're massive Star Trek
DVD
geeks,
game.
So
Yeah.
we were just getting every question right continuously.
It was kind of simplistic, though, isn't it? They show things like, which character is this? And it's just Worf.
And it's
with, like, a filter over his
pixelated,
face.
yeah.
It's just pixelated. You go, well, it's Worf. I can tell exactly who it is.
They haven't really put any thought behind it, have they? It's just
I think
a formulaic thing to churn these things out.
But I think they've tried to make it too easy, so that it's for kind of entry level. For people who've seen Star Trek a bit can get involved. But then that means that, well, who's it for? If it's not for the die-hard fans.
Yeah.
But anyway, your book.
It's for proper geeks.
I think so. Without sounding too geeky. It is geeky. So yeah, we're going to ask each other some questions.
Well, there's some stuff in there that I don't know as well, so...
Well, you wrote it. So
I know.
I'm going to test you on your own book.
It's like almost a year, though, since I finished it, so I've forgotten a lot of it, yeah. There's a lot of questions that I had to research, stuff that I didn't know. I mean, there's a couple of comic book questions in there.
Okay.
I know nothing about them. Literature as well, some books that I've not read.
There's quite a good literature section, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then quite a lot of Star Trek questions. Have you heard about the Firefly online game?
Yes.
Have you? Oh, damn it! I thought I'd surprise you with that. It's kind
well,
of.
I saw
like,
a link about it, but I haven't looked into it.
So I assume it's going to be like Elite or Freelancer, those sort of games where you're flying around space, and it'll be open world, I assume. So you can just do like trading, just fly to one planet,
yeah,
pick up some stuff, and like fly to another one. Kind of like Star Citizen is really, but
limited.
That's it. That's the thing that I love Firefly, and I love the universe that it's in. But with all the interesting things that we're seeing recently from Star Citizen, which is, do I need to give a description of that?
Yeah, we haven't talked about this on the podcast, have we? So
no, I did that article for Sci-Fi Ideas with some videos to watch, which are really amazing, actually.
They are, yeah.
Star Citizen, okay then. It's a game that's been proposed. It's not out yet. They put it on Kickstarter, and they wanted, I think, $500,000 to get it to get it going. Now they've got, I don't even know what the number is, but it's millions.
It's over 2 million, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it's like 30 million or something ridiculous.
They've got millions pledged. They've certainly made at least 2 million.
Oh right, okay, yeah. But that means that they've got so much money, so they're going to be expanding the team. They've got concept art flying around. They've got writers writing all this stuff, and so the concept of the game essentially is just what I mentioned before: that you're going to be flying from one place to another. Maybe do some trading, maybe do some missions,
getting a fight,
getting a fight, mercenary missions,
rob from
fighting
people,
with other players, things like that. But just because they've got so much money to play with, then they can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and the great thing about Star Citizen is other games of this type will be procedurally generating the universe. So a computer makes up worlds based on statistics as you go through it. Whereas what Star Citizen is doing, they're actually getting people to write down ideas and actually build these planets and star systems manually. So they're all different. They're all created by somebody's imagination.
Yeah. And I was reading something on their websites just last week about it, about this one planet that they've created, and someone's come up with these amazing ideas. And because they've got a concept person to draw it all out, and so it just looks brilliant. And I've seen some of the initial test footage of stuff, and you can fly straight from a city out into space, which is really amazing.
Wow.
And if every single place you go looks different, then that is a cool thing to do. Even if all you're doing is just getting in a spaceship and flying around the galaxy. I love to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was, what have I been playing? Like, they're not science fiction related, but I've been playing L.A. Noire recently, which is like, essentially it's GTA set in the 1940s. And I just like driving around this big city they've created, because it's amazing. They've just crafted this entire city. So if I can do that in space, which I bloody well love, then that'll be amazing. Just go to another planet. It's like in Star Trek Online, they have these really nicely created places that you can go to, and that's what I love about it the most. Some I know they do have some generated planets, don't they? So I don't like doing those.
They really should have put more effort into some of the core planets like Vulcan. Do you remember Andoria, or Andor as it called that? Well, basically, it's one of the core worlds of the Federation, and yet you go down there, and all it is this kind of field of snow with all these groups of people stood around fighting each other. Like, somebody having a scrap in the middle of people going, fight, 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 fight. This is one of the most advanced civilizations in the Alpha Quadrant, is it?
And all they're doing is just standing around in the snow.
Not even any buildings.
Where's all the buildings? Where's all the factories? Yeah. How do they make the spaceships?
And there's absolutely nothing to do there either.
Well, no. When you said they should put more effort in, I think that's unfair, because I think they've put a lot of effort in. And also, think about it, it's a free game as well.
Yeah.
What do you think of Firefly, though? The universe isn't really as big as the Star Trek universe.
No, and I wonder if it's diverse enough.
Well, no. The great thing about Firefly is it has a very specific theme, but the thing is, with a specific theme, you can't. Well, everywhere's going to be the same. Everywhere's going to be like.
It's either got to be a China planet or a Western planet.
That's it. That's it. I don't know. It's going to have to be a completely different kind of game, really, to Star Trek Online.
Yeah, they're going to have to make the actual gameplay and the details really fascinating, because the scale is pulled back.
The good thing about Star Trek Online and the good thing about Star Citizen is that you can get out of your ship and you can walk around. In Firefly, the game, I didn't see any of those things. I've seen some character art, but it's like head and shoulders shots. So I don't know if you can be able to get out of the ship.
That's going to be rubbish.
Yeah. Well, thinking about that, in Star Citizen, the scale is so big. I don't know if you saw those videos that I put. You can get out of the ship, and then you can have a look. You can actually have a look around your ship while it's it's docked. And one of the videos that I put in the article was a guy just showing someone the ship, and he goes, right, here's where the pilot would sit. Here's the co-pilot's seat. Then here's the bunk beds in the back, and here's the toilets. And so they've obviously got a lot of detail. They've put a lot of detail creating.
You don't see enough toilets in science fiction, do you?
I know you don't. And then so you can look around your ship, and then you can also, if you've landed inside a base ship, you can move around inside that, and that, by the looks of it, is huge because they've got these cars, these like golf buggies to drive around.
Going back to toilets, Captain Picard's ready room.
Yes.
There's that little room just off it, isn't there?
Is that
a toilet?
Well, it's going to have to go somewhere, isn't it?
Or is it a replicator?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's both. Maybe it converts fecal matter into Earl Grey tea.
Why would you have the replicator in another room? But if it's a toilet, why is there no door?
Oh no. He needs some privacy when he's doing his captain's vlog.
What I wanted to talk about was this article by Stephen Lyle Jordan, which is called Better Than Starships, Satellites. I posted this to the Sci-Fi Ideas Facebook page.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You haven't read this, have you now?
I've not read it. Well, that gives me the opportunity for you to describe it all to me.
Stephen Hawking is always advocating that we need to build starships, go to other planets, colonise other planets, if our species is going to survive in the future.
Right.
But he's saying we don't have the luxury of doing that just yet. We might not have that luxury for quite some time. We don't know how to travel faster than light. We can't build these spaceships that will sustain us through the journey. We haven't found the planets yet. And even if we do...
have found loads of planets. We've found loads of Earth-like planets. Every week NASA will just say, oh, here's another Earth-like planet. It's probably got water on it.
Earth-like?
We're finding loads now.
Earth-like doesn't mean habitable.
Oh, does it not?
No, it could mean... Well, sometimes all they mean is it's rocky.
Oh, right.
It's composed of rock and lava like the Earth, rather than
it's
ice
not made of
or
pure
gas.
crystal.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Sometimes we'll find them in habitable zones, but we don't really know what the atmosphere is composed of. They might be too big, so the gravity is too high for us. So, Earth-like planets are out there, but we haven't yet found the perfect
description,
one.
Really.
Yeah. We haven't found Earth 2 yet, and we have no idea how we would get there.
So what's he saying then?
So he's saying instead, we need to take better care of what we've got, which obviously we know it's a hippie mentality.
Yeah.
But moving forward into the future with expanding populations and talking as well about disasters. The reason to go to another planet is if Earth gets hit by asteroids or there's some kind of major catastrophe. Stephen Hawking said, well, we need to go to another planet, or we nuke ourselves. Yeah. But Stephen Lyle Jordan is arguing that instead, we should move most of the population into orbit, into huge space habitats, Burnell spheres, Stanford toruses, these kind of huge habitats that were envisioned in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then we can apply better stewardship to the Earth. Basically use the resources of the Earth better, manage them better, from a kind of an outside perspective. Even if the Earth has been hit by an asteroid and it's in a mess, it's still going to be better to use what's left of it than to wander off into space.
Yes, true.
That's the argument, anyway.
Yeah, because there's not much in space, is there? Whereas at least if you've got a dead planet, I don't know, you're going to have some resources.
Exactly, yeah. So we evacuate the Earth into self-sustaining habitats in space that are never going to be entirely self-sustaining. We will always need new resources from the Earth, but we will need fewer if we're in these habitats. And so then that gives us a starting point to start regenerating the Earth, treating it like a sustainable farm.
So is he proposing that we move everyone onto these space stations and then just look at Earth and treat Earth like a conservation zone?
Pretty much, yeah.
So
the majority of the population
cities in space, and then there's just this national park that we just happen to be orbiting around. Yeah,
that we can manage, help it regenerate, and then we can take resources from it in a sustainable way. And kind of ration it out in a way.
I think that this is fine. This is a good idea, but the problem I have with it is that the whole human race can't be in one. Probably can't be in two. It'll need, I don't know, 10, 100 of these space stations all around the Earth.
Yeah.
The thing is, as soon as you do that, you've divided people. You've literally divided people, and those people are going to be like, "Oh, I'm in space station Alpha. You're in space station Delta. You're rubbish, because you're not the same as me anymore." It's like it's suddenly us and them. Even if you're all part of the same, I don't know, the same. What would it be? It's not a country, is it anymore? You've kind of replaced countries with
space stations.
Space stations.
Yeah. This just happens anyway. This is human nature. This is what we do here on Earth.
What about if we have one of those big donuts around the Earth? What's it called? It's not called a donut. I'm pretty sure it's not.
I'm not sure what the term is.
Like the one in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Is that the Stanford Taurus, or is that something else?
No, Stanford Taurus doesn't go around anything. It's just a ring.
Like the one from
Elysium.
Elysium,
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Of course, there's lots of options. We can colonise asteroids. We had an interesting article about that the other day on SciFi Ideas.
Yes.
Tell
me about that one then. The asteroids. We've not talked about that on the podcast.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It's called.
It's quite complicated, is why.
Oh God.
I'm not sure I fully understand it myself, so.
Let's not get into complicated.
Yeah.
But essentially, he's talking about hollowing out asteroids and living inside them, which I thought is a brilliant idea. That is right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's an old idea, though. He went a bit further than that. He's talking about how it would actually be easier than we think it would, and talking about how the air would kind of be self-contained because of gravity and pressure and lots of science stuff. Apparently, a lot of asteroids already have huge caverns in as well.
Do they really? That's amazing. That's amazing. Imagine if you were like the first astronaut to go out and find and just land on one of these asteroids and just have a look inside and just find this cave.
He's actually picked on.
What if he's got a dragon in there? What if it's like that one from Star Wars?
Star Wars, the big worm, yeah.
The big worm thing, yeah. There might be a worm in there. You don't know. You don't know. Oh, can I tell you about this article that I saw on IO9,
Yes.
It made me laugh. I'll just read out a little bit. It says, you can't beat World War II for crazy technological innovations. Right. And that's true, isn't it? Because I've seen loads of weird things that they tried to develop in World War II.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Like there was they tried to make an aircraft carrier out of ice, which is brilliant. And then there's loads of other stuff that they tried out, like
flying saucers.
Flying saucers. They attached bombs to pigeons and.
Oh, have you heard of dog bombs as well?
Dog bombs.
This was something the Soviets tried. So slightly after the war,
right.
They were training dogs, strapping bombs to dogs, and training them to run underneath tanks.
Oh right.
Which is a brilliant idea.
It's not.
But well, not for the dogs, no. But in a really nasty tank battle, that could make a big practical difference. But the problem is, they realised that they were training the dogs to run underneath their own tanks.
Oh, of course. Oh, God. So this article says, the Allies had a problem guiding a bomb, which was moving, through the air, which is moving, to a ship, which was moving, from a plane, which was moving. That's no easy task. So what they came up with, they thought, right, cats always land on their feet. And cats hate water. So if you drop a cat from a plane attached to a bomb, the cat will try and land on the ship, and it will land. So that's what they did, and they actually did some tests of this. They tested strapping a cat to a bomb and dropping it out of a plane to see if it'll hit a target in the ocean.
Okay. Did it work?
They did. No. What do you think? How can cats even guide the bomb? I mean, I suppose the bomb will stay the right way up, but the cat's got no aerodynamic abilities, has it?
Not really, no.
So anyway, they found, this is quite sad though, they found the cats, they passed out halfway through the drop. So they weren't even awake to guide the bombs to their destinations.
No.
So the project was scrapped. But that's just such a weird idea.
It is.
Horrible, twisted but also a little bit amusing kind of idea. No, I think that was a brilliant idea for a science fiction story. I think someone should make it happen. I don't know if you have to mess around with the laws of physics or whatever, it's a parallel universe maybe, but, an alternate history story where the Allies used this tactic on Nazi ships.
Now, please tell me you're not suggesting that we tell this from the cat's point of view.
Oh my god, that'd be a brilliant short story, wouldn't it?
Or an incredibly dark Pixar animation.
Oh, that'd be horrible. And there's really short ones that they have at the start before films.
On the subject of cats, I've actually come up with a story idea for Robo Kitty versus the Ghost from the Deep.
No! Robo Kitty versus the Ghost from the Deep.
Yeah. When you made
we should pitch it. We should pitch it to SciFi Channel. Because they do rubbish like that, don't they?
Yeah.
Why
it's just an idea for a short story, but I thought I've got to write it just so I can say I've written a story called Robo Kitty versus the Ghost from the Deep.
Why did we even talk about it? It wasn't on the podcast, was it?
I have no idea how that... No, it wasn't. It came up randomly, and you designed a poster for it. And it just got me thinking. Well,
That's
actually,
a very good poster, I have to admit.
The story's going to be Robo Kitty versus the zombie from the deep.
Oh, right.
I couldn't quite get the ghost to work.
No, it's got to be a ghost. Because if it's got a physical form, then it's not quite as abstract. Right, well, tell me about the story.
It's just a really simple way of doing that. It's on Europa, underwater, kind of a research station, and they've found some kind of alien parasite that it's infected one of the crew, basically, and turned him kind of zombified, and he's trashing this research station. And so these people, they've got a robot cat as their pet.
Ah, right, like in the original Battlestar Galactica they had, like, what was that thing?
Oh.
The robot monkey, wasn't it?
It was called Muffet.
Oh, Muffet.
It was supposedly a robot dog, but yeah, it was a chimpanzee inside a costume, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That looked more like a bear.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be a teddy bear that moved around.
It was supposed to be a dog. It was a daggett, which is Galactica speak for dog. Because if you remember, the kid's actual dog died in the Cylon attack.
Oh, it didn't. Wasn't it the only thing that actually died?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
They couldn't actually show people dying, because it was like a family show, but they showed a dog getting blown up.
Oh my god.
In like a heroic action sequence as well. It was horrible.
It was a really cool sequence, wasn't it? I remember the dog running towards the camera. Running towards his owner.
And then like big laser blasts, yeah.
Yeah. That was a really dramatic opening to Battlestar Galactica, wasn't it, really?
So yeah, anyway, the story was basically that these people strap a bomb to this robot cat and send it to the zombie person. Because the cat's going to recognise him as the crew member that he was.
That's quite sad.
Just a little short, just an excuse to write something called Robo Kitty versus the Zombie from the Deep.
Yeah.
Can we talk about my short story, my piece of flash fiction called Strawberry Memories?
Oh, yes. I read that. It was interesting. I find it an interesting idea. Well, I don't really understand any of the ideas. It was all kind of...
Neither do I.
Oh. Oh, right.
Basically, I was writing something else. We didn't have any story submissions. I needed a featured story for last month. I started writing something else about a cyborg cuttlefish. Realised I wasn't going to finish it in time, so this just kind of came to me. Don't understand it myself, but I thought, hey.
Right, well, give us a brief overview, again, for the people who haven't read it yet. And if you haven't, you bloody well should.
Yeah, really. It's only really short. It's under 1,000 words, I think. It's basically, there's some raiders. I think they're raiders, or I have no idea what kind of world it's set in, but they're kind of living in a bunker somewhere underground, and this woman is watching repeats of I Dream of Jeannie for some reason.
Right. Is that relevant?
No, it's just kind of, I've got these kind of odd details in there, like a fly that I've named Murphy. So,
were you drinking
kind of,
when you wrote this?
No, but it was really late.
Oh, right.
It was like, it's midnight, I need a short story, this'll do.
So they agree right at the end, don't they, to go and steal someone's strawberry memories? Which I assume are memories of strawberries.
Yeah,
so
basically comes up on the screen. Oh, there's this guy outside, shall we go and kind of steal from him? What's he got? And she kind of does some computer stuff, taps into his memory bank, so I'm assuming he's like a cyborg, a cyberpunk person.
Right, so I can hack his memories. Like a computer.
Yeah, what's he got in there? Well, not much. He's got a book on survival. He's got memories of Blackpool Lake Beach or something. Something about Wimbledon, and they say, what's that? Oh, I don't know, it sounds like a dinosaur.
Does it?
and he has the taste... Yeah, it does, yeah. He has the taste of strawberries in his memory banks. And so this old man that's with them, who's been kind of asleep, suddenly stands up. Strawberries! I haven't tasted strawberries in years. Let's go and get him. I want those strawberry memories.
Yeah, okay. So you can steal memories like any physical thing.
Yeah. But what I'm imagining is, these aren't his actual memories, because his kind of memory bank is virtually empty. So these are memories that he's bought. Okay,
yeah. So maybe there's some sort of app store for memories or for experiences. So
yeah,
that makes sense.
Simulated
if you're
experience.
A cyborg, or maybe just a person who can't get out very much. You just you experience things by downloading them.
Yeah. Including tastes and smells and sounds.
But I suppose, memories. We've sort of seen this done in science fiction before, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Where you get the memories of things, implanted memories. But I've never seen it done with memories of taste. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
You said to me about these memories being commercially available could be quite a revolutionary thing. Obviously, it would change the publishing world, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would change the way we learn and everything. I mean, this guy has a book on survival stored in his hard drive. Then it's the memory of having read a book.
Yeah,
it's kind of an old trope, though, isn't it, of having books downloaded straight into your brain?
Well, I suppose so. But it means that rich people can be more clever.
Yes, yeah.
You can be too poor to afford education. So you've got the rich-poor divide.
Well, who actually reads these books? Do the poor read the books, and then the rich pay for the privilege of taking that from them?
So they're like farms. Their experiences can be farmed away, like selling an organ, perhaps. When they're taken, are they removed? Are they destructively taken, or are they just copied and pasted?
I don't know. You could go either way with that, couldn't you?
Because that would be an interesting story. You know, the experience of feeling love. Yeah, that goes for a really high price.
Yeah.
But someone's got to give it up. The experience of your first romance.
Illicit memories would also be very expensive.
Have to get on. Yeah. It would take this dark turn, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is an old idea. I mean,
an experience of murder, what it feels like to have murdered someone.
We've talked about this before, haven't we? Star Trek's already done it. Star Trek's already done everything.
Yeah,
And they had Tuvok traded some of his dark thoughts, didn't they, for the star map or something?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah. It was quite an early episode of Voyager. These really pleasant people had made bad thoughts illegal, but there was a subculture of people that traded aggressive thoughts for pleasure. And they found out that Tuvok had the darkest thoughts because he suppresses everything. And so he actually went behind the captain's back to trade his dark, violent thoughts, which could kind of overturn this society because they're so powerfully violent.
Now that's really interesting, but I assume that because I don't remember that episode, it probably wasn't a very good one.
No.
Which is kind of a shame, because it means that stories like this, although interesting, are probably very difficult to get right.
Yes. So the trading of illicit thoughts gave me another kind of little story idea of what if this is kind of a teenage guy, kind of maybe a shut-in, who is buying all these experiences, these memories to get more experience about life, and he finds himself fascinated by dark thoughts, dark memories, criminal things, and these things are very difficult to buy because they're probably illegal.
So there's probably like a black market for dodgy memories.
Yeah. And so he decides to start producing these memories. He decides to go out there and actually have some kind of illicit experiences and record the memories
so that he can
to sell
them and sell them, of course.
Yeah. Or kind of like put them on the memory version of YouTube or something. Maybe it's his way of seeking his 5 minutes of fame. Kind of like a Jackass type thing. You know, you often see young people doing just really stupid stuff to put on YouTube to get seen.
On their phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This has been a bit of a problem with, well, all kinds of dark things, kind of people recording rape and stuff like that. You could go to dark places with this story, actually. Or it could just be simple things like stealing. People might want to buy from him the feeling of stealing something.
Yeah.
Well, he makes some money from this, or he enjoys doing it, and so he keeps going. And he's thrill-seeking, and it gets worse and worse. He needs to find more shocking things to do. What he doesn't realise is the police are onto him, and looking at all of his memories, they're able to start piecing together things about his identity. And so every memory he records, they get closer to finding him. And eventually they do. And they arrest him. And he gets sent to prison.
What's interesting about that bit there is that is a very relevant story to today's internet culture.
Yeah.
You know, we put stuff online, we all put things on Facebook, on Twitter and whatever, and it would be so easy, probably, for someone, if they were a bit sinister, to start piecing together things about our lives. Maybe if they can get things like our internet history and stuff.
Yeah.
Or not even that, just the things that we voluntarily share.
Yeah.
That makes that story very relevant to now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so the police are profiling him, and they go and arrest him for all these crimes he's committed and sold illegally. Right, and so he goes to prison, and the very last scene would be him in prison. Some authority figure comes to him and says, the problem is, young people need to be taught that there are consequences to their actions. And so we'd like to offer you a publishing deal. We'd like you to record your experience of prison.
Oh, brilliant.
So they can give teenagers the experience of being in prison to stop them committing crimes.
So it wouldn't be just the experience of prison, would it? It would be the experience of him turning his life around and having that the feeling of going from bad to good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that they could then implant into children's heads, say, don't do bad things.
Is that morally acceptable to do that?
Is it morally acceptable to implant
if you forcefully implant these memories?
Oh my God. Well, no, that's not good, is it? So...
Quiz time.
All these quiz questions are taken from the Really Geeky Sci-Fi Quiz Book, which was written
by me.
By Mark Ball. Available from
Bit of a shameless plug.
Available from all good bookshops.
It's on Amazon.
Available from only Amazon. Not available...
and Lulu.com.
Okay. Not available in most other bookshops.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to choose categories then?
Yes. Choose a category.
from aliens, systems and worlds, spaceships and technology, literature, TV and movies, characters and actors, and miscellaneous.
Can I have spaceships and technology, please?
Okay.
What would you like?
I'm going to go for aliens.
Aliens. Right. Good. Question 1 for you. By what name is the Oh my god. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Don't just go for the first question, because, I mean, I've just seen that.
Right.
It's on page 1, so I've just seen it.
Right. Which TV show featured an alien race called the Talons?
Oh, that was Earth Final Conflict.
Yeah, that was a strange series, wasn't it?
Gene Roddenberry's Earth Final Conflict.
Yeah.
Which was kind of rubbish.
I don't know what to say about that, really. It was nothing, really, was it? Ask me one.
Okay, in the Star Trek Voyager episode Relativity, who was the captain of the Federation timeship USS Relativity?
Oh my god. Captain Braxton.
Yes.
Oh, was it? Oh, good.
It was.
Hang on, are you absolutely sure? Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah.
I get it confused.
He was in the kind of time shuttle in a previous episode.
Yeah.
This was a later one where he had the bigger ship, and they'd taken 7 of 9 on board, and were sending her back to do something.
Yeah, they were sending her on these little missions, weren't they? And then they had to sort of merge all her duplicates into one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was quite a good way of explaining, well, a good way of resolving all the different timeline issues that you'd get, because you would get duplicates, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
In the 90s TV show Space Above and Beyond, it sees humanity fighting a bitter war against which alien species?
The Chigs.
They were the Chigs. Did we ever see them without, like, their armour on? That was a good series.
Not properly. Did they take part of the helmet off or something?
They were sort of humanoid, but you could see that they were kind of a bit alien-y underneath. They're like a bit
I think they were like reptilian.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. You think that TV show was awesome, don't you?
I do.
You keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen it recently, is why.
Oh
Because
dear.
I downloaded some and it's terrible.
Is it?
It's really aged very poorly, yeah.
Oh, no. It used to be on really late at night, so maybe I was delirious when I watched it. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Well, it's like a decade since you've seen it. You see it through kind of nostalgic eyes. In the movie Aliens, Ripley accompanies a unit of Marines to the planet LV-426 aboard which spaceship?
In Aliens, the second one.
In Aliens, yes.
Oh no! Oh no, I don't know. Oh, I know the first one. That was the Nostromo, wasn't it? Because that's the famous one. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pass. I don't know. What was it?
It was the Sulaco.
Ooh, I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell. Oh, I'm rubbish.
It's quite well known. Just so you don't know it.
Damn it.
That's a point to me.
Are we keeping score?
I'm not writing it down,
Oh,
but
these are too easy for you.
the first one, by the way, you asked was the Yorta. It's pronounced.
Oh, is it?
Yorta from Predator, yeah.
Oh, really? They're from Predator. They are Predator. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're never named in the films, but in the sporting books they are.
Oh, right, okay. Which 1990s sci-fi computer game featured playable alien races such as the why have I picked one with names I can't even pronounce again? Right, playable alien races such as the Chamachis, the Snovemdomas, and the Dubtacs.
That was one of my all-time favourite games, Ascendancy.
Oh, was it? Damn it! I shouldn't have asked that one because you love that game. Alright, ask me one.
Which science fiction series featured computers called Zen, Aurak, and Slave?
Zen? What was the middle one? Borak.
Aurak.
And Slave. It was definitely a series.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. Was it? Oh, pass. Pass.
It was Blake 7.
Oh no! Oh. This, you know what? If someone's listening to this and they know all these answers, I must sound like a right idiot. Oh. Which famous alien character is a native of the planet Brodo Isogi? I might have said that wrong.
I remember this one. It's E.T.
Is it really?
I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't written this quiz book. Because I have no idea where that comes from.
Hang on, I haven't got to the answers yet. It is E.T. Well done.
I remember coming across that, researching this and thinking, what, really?
Where did they
When is that ever mentioned? I think that's in the Star Wars literature.
Really?
E.T. appears in Star Wars at some point
I do remember
in the
seeing
background.
Just in the background, in one scene.
And there's been so much written about Star Wars universe, so many companions, that they've actually named his species and written about them.
Okay.
In Star Trek The Next Generation, what class of starship was the USS Enterprise C?
Oh, I know this one. It was Ambassador class.
It was.
Oh, yes. In Babylon 5, what is a Shankar?
Shankar. It's a Narn blood oath.
It is exactly that. It's almost as if you wrote these questions and answers.
Shall I give you another Star Trek one?
Yeah, that's great.
During the Dominion War, Worf's son, Alexander Rozhenko, served aboard which ship?
I think it was that Defiant class that they found with all the young recruits on. But I'm not sure. It might not have been that. Probably wasn't.
I need an answer.
Oh my God! This is so difficult. I don't know. The Titan.
The ship you're thinking of was called the Valiant.
The Valiant. It was, wasn't it? Was it not that one?
No, he served aboard the IKS Rotaran.
Oh, he was on a Klingon ship. Oh.
Yeah. Martok's ship.
Really? Ah.
Mm.
Of what species is the fat blue alien musician Cerulean Fantel, more commonly known by his stage name Max Rebo in the Star Wars universe?
Oh, the blue elephant thing.
Yeah.
The kind of jazz musician one.
I thought it was a female, actually. I thought it was a female.
There was a female dancer with like 6 boobs or something.
Ah, right, okay. So, of what...
no, it was a blue puppet thing.
What species is the fat blue alien musician Cerulean Fantel?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, he was an Ortolan. Ortolan?
Right, okay. In Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, what was Dr. Theopolis?
Oh, he was just some sort of device that was attached to that little mechanoid man. He was a computer.
He was a computer,
yeah. Yeah, it was just this thing that glowed, wasn't he? He just glowed when he spoke.
Yeah, he was a circular computer.
Yeah.
On a necklace for some reason.
Oh, right, okay.
He was like on the Earth Government Council.
Right.
And yeah, he had a handle and people carried him around.
Oh.
He was like a little handbag.
He's still intelligent, even if he can't walk around.
I know, well, why didn't they build him a body?
Oh yeah, if they could have a body for that other mechanoid guy.
Yeah.
In Futurama, Four-Armed TV chef Elzar is a member of what species?
He's Neptunian.
Oh, he is. Damn it, I didn't think you'd know that. Alright.
What spaceship featured in the 1999 movie Galaxy Quest?
It was the Protector.
It was. Well done.
Yes. Woo! Wasn't it something like the ICC Protector or something? I can't quite remember the 3 initials. It was like
NSEA.
NSEA? Ah, okay.
Should we change category?
Yes, if you'd like to.
Yeah. I'm going to go for Systems and Worlds.
Okay. Can I go for TV and movies?
Okay.
Oh, I know you won't get this one. What's the name of the Silver Surfer's homeworld?
Oh my god. Silteron.
No, Zenlar.
Of course, yeah, I remember now.
True fans of Silver Surfer would know that.
Oh, well, yeah,
Easy,
yeah.
easy.
Which science fiction movie used the promotional tagline, "Whoever wins, we lose"?
Oh, I think that was Alien vs Predator.
It was, yes.
Yes. Who rules the planet Mungo?
That's, Ming the Merciless.
Oh, it is, yes.
Who directed the 2001 remake of Planet of the Apes, but said he'd rather jump out a window than make a sequel?
Tim Burton.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't very good, was it?
He did, he actually said that.
So what? So he didn't enjoy doing it, or maybe people just, I don't know, people hate it so much that they gave him grief for it?
I just think he realised that the script was bad.
Oh, sure. Right, okay. I don't think the script was that bad.
Really?
I think
do.
It had some... yeah, okay.
I think the problem was that it was so obviously not Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
It wasn't even Earth. So it was another planet with apes on it.
Yeah. Here's one I think might be tricky. In Isaac Asimov's Foundation series, which planet is the homeworld of psychohistory developer Harry Seldon?
Oh my god. Could be a trick question. I'm going to go with Earth.
No, it's Helicon.
I did start reading Foundation once. I didn't get very far.
So did I. I've never finished it.
In what year was the film Star Trek Generations released?
Oh my god. I reckon it was 1995.
Oh, close. It was 94.
Oh no. Oh, that's quite good though. What rare substance can only be found on the planet Arrakis?
Spice.
Oh.
Come on, everyone knows that one.
What's the spice called?
Oh, melange.
Oh, yes, you got that as well.
In what year was the futuristic cartoon The Jetsons first aired?
Oh, first aired. Oh, right, okay. I think it was 1961.
1962.
Oh, what?
Very close again.
Oh, my God. In The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Earth is located in which galactic sector?
Oh, yes, of course. It's ZZ9, plural Z alpha.
Oh, exact. Brilliant. I thought you would get that.
Oh my god, I'm such a geek.
I thought you'd get a trick question. I thought you'd go for the Western Spiral Arm, which is what I would say.
Oh, because that's in the first paragraph, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's the same as the fan club.
Mm.
And also the phone number of an Islington flat.
Yeah.
Where he first met Tricia McMillan.
Yes. So there we go. There were some questions from the Really Geeky Sci-Fi quiz book.
Yeah, which is really geeky, and obviously so am I.
And I am clearly not quite as geeky as I thought I was, which is probably okay.
You're geeky enough. You're geeky enough.
Yeah, alright.
Well, here's the question that will decide how geeky you are. What's the registry number of the USS Defiant?
No way.
Come on. You know this. He used to have a model Defiant.
Shh, don't tell everyone that. 7.
Just 7?
No. I'm checking with you if that's right so far. Does it start with 7?
Yes, it does, yeah.
3.
No.
Oh, no. What's 7, 3, 4? I've got it in my head. 7, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6.
So let the people smile. How can I be a virgin now?
You've been listening to the Sci-Fi Ideas podcast. As always, if you'd like to get in touch with us, give us some feedback, or if you've got an idea you'd like to share with us, a short story, or perhaps you'd like to write a guest article for the website, you can get in touch with us at mark@scifiideas.com. All the articles and ideas we've been talking about in this episode will be in the show notes, as usual. If you have any thoughts or opinions on them, comment away or contact us directly. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
One thing that would be really useful as well is if you could rate us on iTunes and possibly leave a nice little review, which means that it just means that we get seen more.
We'll be back next month to talk about a story by Dan Palakios and some more sci-fi ideas. Until then, I hope everyone has a happy Christmas, and we'll see you in 2014, the future.
You've been listening to the Sci-Fi Ideas podcast, and I've been the disembodied soul of legendary musician Isaac Hayes. To find out how I became trapped in this computer, tune into next month's podcast.